Well, I was heads down coding all day today. Got done about 6 p.m. And as I came up, I started checking and I found that DeepSeek had surprised us and released Janus Pro, which is a unified multimodal understanding and generation with data and model scaling. That is a mouthful, but they call it Janus Pro. They have a 7 billion parameter model and a 1 billion parameter model. And they show here in this white paper, or tech report, whatever we want to call it, that it actually performed very well against like Dolly, FDV 1.5, SD3-medium, and MU3-gen. So the two that we have here, we have the light blue, which is the regular Janus, the one that they've kind of improved, and then the Janus Pro 7B. So you can see that we went from a Gen eval to from a 61 to 80. And I actually went through and I started summarizing sort of like why this is important and what it's doing. So Janus Pro is an upgraded AI model that understands both images and text. I mean, we've got those, right? And it generates images from text. We've got those as well. So it'd be like creating a drawing of a cat on a skateboard. And it's better than its predecessor Janus because of three key upgrades. This is what I care about the most. Better training methods. I think that is where DeepSeek is excelling in just how they're training these models. A more diverse training data set and a larger model size. So again, these are notes that I took from here, and I've kind of boiled them down. So one thing that they did to, it's a training strategy they improved. They've got stage one, they practice drawing basic shapes using ImageNet to learn how to generate simple shapes like apples or cars. Stage two, they focus on detailed prompts, like training with real-world text like a red apple on a wooden table. And stage three, balance skills. They mix tasks, 5 parts understanding images, 1 part text only, and 4 parts image generation. So you can kind of see here, this is sort of the flow. They've got the basic training, they've got the advanced training, and then they've got the stage three balance training. And you can see the different part makeup. So I was trying to like put together a little diagram of kind of how that works. I don't know if that's helpful or not. And then we've got data scaling, which really what they're doing is they're understanding about 90 million examples like image captions. This is the one that excites me the most, charts. I haven't really found many small models that understand charts or tables well, so I do want to test that more when I can get this thing running. And then image generation. They use 72 million synthetic aesthetic images, like high quality stock photos, to reduce noise and improve quality. So, I mean, that's a lot of images, but it's really not that massive of a data set. So here's the 90 million examples kind of broke up here. And then the model scaling, they upgraded to a bigger brain. So from 1 billion, 1.5 billion parameter to 7 billion parameter. And then basically you end up with faster learning, better at both understanding and generating. In the architecture, how it works, they've got two separate eyes for different tasks, understanding and generation. Understanding uses a tool called SIG-LIP to analyze images like recognizing a dog in the photo. Generation uses a VQ tokenizer to turn images into puzzle-like codes, e.g., breaking a picture into small pieces to build it later. So this makes a lot of sense. Both outputs are combined into a single AI brain. Now, on the performance side, it beats rivals like DALL-E 3 and Lava. It scored a 79.2 on Bench compared to Janus at 69.4. Image generation, again, it did really well. You can read through that. Real world examples generates more stable images for short prompts. An example would be golden retriever on a porch. Better at aesthetics. They have fewer blurry faces or mismatched colors. Now, the limitation is it is low resolution. The images are only 384 by 384, which is really small. But I'm actually wondering if we could use AI to up-res it. I've been playing around with some up-resing models as well. And there are reconstruction issues. Sometimes misses fine details like wrinkles on a face due to how it compresses images. And this matters because it's just awesome. It's like a Swiss Army knife for vision tasks. What I'm excited about more than anything is its ability to be able to ask questions about an image and get information. Because there's some AI agents that I'm working on that I think this would be amazing for. So let me jump over to this. I just kind of want to show you this picture. I put this picture in there and I was like, how many trucks are in the picture? And it immediately got it right. Now, this one isn't overly complicated, but it is, more complex than you would think because you do not see the front of the truck over here and you do not see the back of the truck here, but it actually picked up all 6 of those trucks with no problems. Now, what I want to do here is I want to grab this bird flock and I would say how many birds are in the picture. And let's let that run. It's probably going to have to find a GPU. We'll see what ends up happening. Now I picked one up right away. It looks like it'll take about 10 seconds. And then while that's loading, I was playing around with this. I generated a bunch of different images, but I thought these were kind of cool. I was like, very simple prompt, generated a wizard sprite on a plain gray background. And, it generated, I would say, okay-ish images. This one I actually kind of like, to be honest with you. But what it did do well is this Master Shifu raccoon. My daughter's a big fan of raccoons, by the way. Okay, so while this is generating, let me close this out. This takes about 30 seconds. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it did miss a bird here, if I'm counting this right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Yep, so it said 9 birds in the picture. Anyway, here's some of the raccoon pictures. Aren't these like awesome? Like those look amazing. Again, they're really tiny. So let me just show you what the actual size of them is. Like you can see how blurry this is, like when you open it up. But that's super cool. Like it's so cool. Here's another one that it was generated. Mouth is a little bit distorted and whatnot, but not bad for a 7 billion parameter model, honestly. And I've been trying to get this running locally. And because, unfortunately, I'm running a AMD processor and on Windows, I do run into a bunch of issues. So I'm trying to get the proper Torch version in. I haven't seen anyone that's actually been able to get the Janus Pro version running locally that has an AMD GPU yet, but I think I'm pretty close. I'm down to like one thing that I'm trying to work through. And if I'm able to get it working before I post this video, I'll put something at the end about how it runs. So this is the code base. I pulled it down. You can see here in this demo folder, it looks very easy to run. They actually have this app Python file, and they've got like the app Janus Pro. You can just load this right up and start like using this to generate stuff pretty quickly here. It even like has initial prompts, for example. You can see here the example prompts that are running. So super easy to like get up and running if I could get it up and running. The other bit of news today, which really surprised me, was Quinn. This Quinn 2.5 VL. I've been excited about what Quinn's been working on, and this one, it might even be more exciting than the DeepSeek one. I have not had time to actually run this one at all yet. There's just so much that I'm working on at the same time, and then this stuff comes out, and it throws a wrench in everything because now I want to play with this as well. And I put on my other projects on the back burner a little bit. What I'm excited about here is this 72 billion parameter model. Like, look at the results of how this is performing against Gemini 2 Flash or Claude 3.5 Sonnet. I'm excited about this. The one downside is this has got like the Quinn license. It doesn't actually have an open license for you to use the 72 billion parameter model. But I need to read through that Quinn license a little bit more to understand that. But I am super hyped to be able to run this model, and I'm hoping I can find a way to get this deployed in the cloud so I can play around with it. And on this one, I've got Qwen 2.5 VL 7 billion. The only thing that ChatGPT 4.0 mini beats it on is the college level problem, triple MU, and just barely. Oh no, wait, actually, in Mega Bench it beats them by a little bit. But just incredible like results across the board. Just amazing. I can't wait to actually see this in practice. And this is a model I should be able to run locally. And this is another one here with Qwen 2.5 VL 3 billion parameter model versus the Qwen 2 VL 7 billion parameter model. And just very interesting results across the board. I'm super excited about seeing how this stuff plays into some of the agentic stuff that I do. Now, if we go through here, what I was also very surprised about is this long video comprehension. captures events in a video over 1 hour long. Holy smokes, if that is true, and we can actually go through and capture things out of a 1 hour long video, that is amazing. I can't think of another model that can do that today. And this is something I absolutely want to figure out how to test. Anyway, I am just blown away at all the news that we've had in AI today. I am going to continue working for the next few hours on trying to get Janus up and running locally, and then I'll put together this video and get it out. But I would love to know what you guys' thoughts are on all of this because it's just it's crazy what's happening. And then China is just like dominating by doing two like significant updates today, and two of them being opened weights. It's just incredible. Anyway, I'm going to go back and work to see if I can get Janus Pro working locally on my AMD card. I would be so curious what you guys think. If you've been able to play with these yet, I am going to be definitely taking a look at this Quinn 2.5 VL because I have some agentic capabilities that I absolutely need that I plan to either use Janus Pro for or take a look at using this Qwen 2.5 VL. And what I'm looking for is just some really interesting use cases where I could take an image of an email and be able to capture the format of that email in a way that's translatable into something that I can help replicate for customers of ours. Anyway, it's a little bit more complicated than what I'm explaining it, but it'd be so interesting if I could figure out a way to actually pull that off to make it easier for our customers to do some of the things that they want to do. All right, that's it for today. If you like content like this, please like and subscribe. I can't believe that we actually hit 2K subscribers. I just thank you guys all so much. And those of you that comment, I'm just really enjoying having these conversations with you guys because I'm just excited about where all of this technology is going to take us. I am not an expert at everything, and I love when you guys bring up ideas or things that I can try or ask questions because there's so much stuff for me to do. I feel like flooded. I have a document of all the videos I want to make, and that document has gotten incredibly long. So many things that I actually want to experiment with and play with and actually build. And then there's things that I need to do for my day job, for the company that I own, where we're actually implementing a lot of this into real businesses to try to make their lives easier. Anyway, until next time, peace out.